Well, next tonight, a man from South Cumbria who has certainly lived life to the full. Geoff Abbott started his work as a butcher's boy before going to war. Later, he became a beefeater at the Tower of London and a bit of an expert on the darker side of the Tower's gruesome history.
Well, he is also a helicopter pilot and he's 91 years old. Geoff has just written his latest book, his autobiography. Tim Backshall has been to meet one of life's great characters.
Geoff Abbott's Kendal home reflects his fascination with the macabre, something he quickly had to become an expert on as a beefeater at the Tower of London.
This is our state dress uniform. When you've got that on, with the assistance of your wife, with the sword at your waist and the partisan in your right hand, you really feel like a 10-foot-high, multicoloured playing card.
His books on executions have sold around the world, and he's become a regular on television, beheading a number of well-known personalities.
I wrote a book in 1994 called Execution, which included every known method. And because of that, TV producers would ring me and invite me to go along and perform either as consultant or your actual sinister masked executioner. And in my travels around antique markets, I came across him, an admirable prop. He doesn't talk much. And a genuine execution axe.
From humble beginnings in Manchester, Geoff spent 35 years with the Royal Air Force. In World War II, he survived a torpedo attack on his troopship. Then, in 1974, he was taken on as a beefeater, guarding the Tower of London. What was it like living in the Tower?
Like nothing else in the world. To know that one is living in a historic royal palace and fortress. What an address. Trouble is, no one ever believed you.
Those he's met include royalty and an American astronaut. He's even received a letter from a US president.
Through a mutual friend, I sent a copy of one of my earlier books about the Beefeater at the Tower of London to him. He was an American. Asked him to pass it on to his boss, the President of the United States. He did indeed. And a few weeks later, I received a very large yellow envelope from the White House, Washington, and it contained a thank you and a very appreciative letter signed by Ronald Reagan, the President himself.
At 91, Geoff has just published his autobiography, From Butcher's Boy to Beefeater. And he has no thoughts of slowing down, still piloting a helicopter in his spare time. His book highlights his philosophy on life.
The last line I finished up with, which sort of encapsulates the whole volume. Never allow yourself to be dictated to by your birth certificate. Once you find yourself saying, I shouldn't be doing this at my age, you're dead.
His is a life still being lived to the full. As he says, who knows what next? Tim Backshall, ITV News, Kendal.